Afafuni mayim ad nafesh, klärt Reb David, und wundert sich, was sein Lonje is nas. The waters have reached above my soul. That's from Jonah chapter 2. Reb David thinks to himself, and he wonders that the palm of his hand, I think that's what the Lanya is, the palm of his hand is wet. Die Tränen sind heruntergerunnen über sein Ponnen. Also still, als hat sie der Field erst dämmelt, wenn sie haben sich der Keikelt über sein Bord zu die Mäulwinkeln. His tears had been running over his face so quietly that he first felt them when they dripped down over his beard to the corners of his mouth. Die Tfila Arichta hat sein übergeladen Herz nicht geringer gemacht. His lengthened prayer did not make his overburdened heart any lighter. Nicht kein Tfila belachash mont sein Herz. It wasn't a silent prayer that his heart demanded. A Geschrei bis die Himmeln, Monsi. It was requiring an outcry up to the heavens. Und Reb David ziyomert sich in finsteren Besmetrish. And Reb David cries to himself in the dark study hall. Rachamona de'ani la'aniye anenu. The Holy One who answers the poor, answer us. It should be anenu, not anenon.
Yeah.
There's a nice melody for that. Rachamona deheyane deheyane le'aniye aive ahanehinu. It's a Chabad melody. Klugter, he complains. Mit der Mara schreier dicke Nigen, with a depressive melody. Und die Stillkeit in beinachtigen Besmedrisch wird aufgerudert. And the quiet in the nighttime study hall becomes disturbed. Das Wiedercall zerchwaljet sich. The echo rolls about. Wie ein Geschrei über Vista Wasseren, like an outcry across the waters in a wasteland. Bis es wird wieder still until it becomes quiet again. Noch stiller von früher, even quieter than before. Rachamona de one l'sevire liba onenu. The merciful one who answers those who are broken of heart, answer us. Klugter nachecher. He complains even louder. Und verteidigt sich allein die Wörter von der Slicha. And he translates for himself the words of this repentance, this prayer of repentance. Der Barmdicker, merciful one, was hast geentfert gebrochene Herzer, who has answered broken hearts. Entfert mir, answer me. So
Well, let me see.
The page. I've just translated the top lines there, the top 3 lines. Das Flammel für Jahreszeitlicht nennt sich Warfen. The flame of the Earthzeitlicht begins to toss. You just moved on to the wrong page here. Go forward. There we are, second paragraph. Wie in Flemmel wollt geteilt die Neshama von Abarminen. Und das Geschrei hat die Neshama aufgeweckt. As if in the Flemmel, in the little flame, let me see, Taya, Getayet is to conceal. All right, that in the little flame had been concealed the soul of a barminan means a dead person.
Yeah.
And his outcry had awakened that soul. A größer schwarzer Schatten entläuft von unter Reb Davids Fies. A large, dark shadow runs away from underneath Reb David's feet. Und mit ein Sprung hängt sich der Schatten auf ein Hänglichter inmitten zu feet. And with one jump, the shadow hangs itself on the chandelier that's in the middle of the ceiling. Rachamona de one lemechiche rucha anenon. Merciful one who answers those who are troubled in spirit. Answer me. Wiegt sich Reb David in einem mit sein Ständer. Reb David vegan, the rocks. He rocks. Thank you. Along with his podium. Der Barmdicker, merciful one, was hat geantwortet der schlagene Gemitter, who has answered downcast emotion people who Gemitter, people who are downcast. Put it that way. Entfert mir. How would you translate Gemitter here? A gemit is, yeah, a gemit is a disposition, a frame of mind, a mood, yeah. Der Herr da still ausgezogen gewähnt. He hears a silent, drawn-out cry, a weiberisch verschämt call, wähnt im Entgegen von Verborgenisch. A female, ashamed voice is crying in his vicinity from a hidden place. Reb David tut hastig adreis dem Kopf zum Oren Kodesh. Reb David quickly turns around and looks at the ark. Se das entweder dem nit mit der Gewein die Sefer Teure in Hechel. Whether perhaps the Sefer Torah in its place has been answering him also with a Gewein, with a cry. Aber das Chlippenisch und Schluchzenisch kommt von Reingang. But the sobbing and the schluchzen is hiccuping, comes from the entranceway, the entryway. Und Reb David der Zet, wie von zwischen die Bank, wächst aus a Gestalt. And Reb David catches sight of the fact that between the chairs there is a figure rising up. Beim karglichen, reutlichen Schein von Jahreszeitlicht, by the stingy, reddish shine of the Jahreszeitlicht, der kennt als das Gestalt tragt der schwarzen Koptach von einer Frau. He realizes, he sees that this figure is carrying a black head scarf that a woman wears. Ein Augenblick fällt ihm ein, als das hat die Sefer Torah angetan Almonakleider von einer verlosener Kalle und beweist sich zu ihm in finsteren Pusten des Medrash. At the blink of the eye, it occurs to him that in this way the Sefer Torah has dressed itself in widow's clothing, the widow's clothing of a bride who has been abandoned. And it's showing itself to him in the dark, empty Bes Medrash. Seid ihr? Schreit Reis mit seinem Call. Who are you? He calls out with a strangled expression. And let me just read one more paragraph here. So that's the end of that chapter. Der Nair Nesayan, the new trial. Beis the Agune is a rein in Beinachtigen Bes Medrash, hat ihr in Ponem a Reusch getan an heimliche Stillkeit und Finsternis. When the abandoned woman came into the nighttime Bes Medrash study hall, a unpleasant silence and darkness greeted her in her face. Bislich haben sich ihre Augen zugewohnt zu der Dunkelheit. Slowly, her eyes became accustomed to the darkness. When sie hat in Winkel beim Oren Kodesh der Zen, and she saw in a corner near the Ark of the Torah, she saw a Menschen mit Panem zu der Wand, a person whose face was turned to the wall. Like them, die Kalman hat gesagt, as der Rav bleibt in Bes Medrash der Letzter, given that Kalman had told her that the rabbi stays in the Beis Medrash as the last person out, hat sie verstanden, as der Yid in Mizrach Winkel is der Rav. She understood that this person standing in the eastern corner must be the rabbi. Merel is geblieben warten, bis der Polotzker dayen wird endigen davenen. Merel stayed waiting until the Polotzker dayan, the rabbi, the judge of Polotsk, should finish his prayers. Und wartete hat sie getracht, and as she was waiting, she was thinking, Ashod was sie es nit kein Frume, wie ihre Mama, und so keinmal nit von a weiberscher Trine. It's a shame that she is not as observant as her mother was, and she never recites from the woman's prayer book, Trina. As man gist euch das Herz vor Gott, wird man stammer geringer. If you unburden your heart to God, most likely it gets easier, lighter on the heart. Kalman is gerecht, was will nicht gassen haben, ohne der Erlaubnis von a Rav. Kalman is quite right that he does not want to marry without permission from the rabbi. Kalman is an edeler, an übergegebener. Kalman is a edel is noble. He's noble.
Devoted.
Yeah, übergegeben is devoted. Very good. When ihm geht in Leben, sie soll sein glücklich. And he is very, it's very important to him that she should be happy. Good, Yankel.
Okay. Oh, excuse me, 1 second. Marsha, I don't see the right side of the text.
I'm having problems trying to move that. It doesn't move over. I tried. That's my problem.
Okay, when I read, I'll try to guess what.
You
I can go up and down, but I can't go. Oh, okay.
Now it's okay.
Oh, it worked. Okay.
Yeah.
So where are we now?
Beginning of the second paragraph, Merel hat.
Merel hat. Okay. Merel hat.
Okay. Merel hat gesehen, wie der Rov steht aus Shmona Israel und sitzt sich herab auf der Bank. So Merel saw that the rabbi was completing the Shmona Esrei, and that he had sat down on the bench. Sie hat gewollt machen a trot nenter zu ihm. She wanted to take a step closer to him. Nor bald sich meyashev gewinn, as kann sich überschrecken. But she immediately decided, thought that perhaps he would become frightened, weil hat nicht gesehen, hat sie nicht gesehen hereinkommen, because he didn't see her coming into the shul. Sie wird besser rausgehen in draußen und warten auf ihn in Häuf beim Teuer. It would be better if she would go out, stand outside and wait for him in the yard next to the door. Sorry. Mit einmal hat sie der Herd von Winkel a bitter Geschrei. Der Rov hat etwas gesagt auf Lashon Kodesh, der noch auf Yiddish. And suddenly she heard from the corner a bitter shout, cry. The rabbi said something in Lashon Kodesh in Hebrew and afterwards in Yiddish. Der barmdike entfer mir, merciful one answer me. Merel hat der Field, als euch von ihr Kell reißt sich a Geschrei. Merel felt that also from her throat a cry tore out. Wie der Wind was warft über das Reife von ein brennendicke Kurve zu a zweiter, like a wind which throws over a fire from one burning ruin to a second. Nur sie hat verbissen die Lippen und sich eingehalten. But she bit her lips and she kept it inside. Aber der Rov in Winkel hat geweint noch hecher und mitgerissen von ihr verquetscht Herz dem Jammer. But the rabbi in the corner cried once again, even louder, even louder, and carried away from her crushed heart the wail. Was sie hat gestickt in ihr jahrelang. Carried away from her the wail which she had suppressed in herself for many years. Der übergeschrockene Rov hat zu ihr geschrien. The frightened rabbi shouted to her, wer seid ihr? Who are you? Und sie hat durch ein finsteren Besmedres ihm entgegengegangen mit Gewein. And she, through the window of the study house, she entgegengegangen, she
Went to walk in. Huh?
went towards him with a cry. Ich bin an Agune.
Sorry,
Sorry?
it's finster, not fenster, through the darkened base midrash, not the window of the base midrash.
Yeah, quite right. The finsteren, but yes, quite right. Sorry. The darkened Besmedres. Okay. Ich bin an Agune, an Agune. I am a deserted wife, Rabbi. A deserted wife. 16 Jahre habe ich opgewacht auf meinen Mann, was ist weg auf Milchoma. For 16 years, I have been waiting for my husband who had left to go to war. Nor is nicht zurückgekommen. Und länger warten kann ich nicht. But he didn't return and I cannot wait any longer. Ich kann mehr nicht rübertragen mein Elend. I can't
And do?
I can't bear my loneliness any longer. bin ich gekommen zu euch, ihr sollt mir helfen, so that you should help me. Ich wohne nicht weit von euch in Polotske Gas. I live not far from you in the Polotsk street. Helft mir, Rebbe, helft mir. Help me, Rabbi, help me. Merel jammert und redt unüberreiß. Merrill wept and spoke without without stopping. Von Meira, als der Rov wird entläufen, noch eider sie wird endigen. And she wept without stopping from fear that the rabbi would run away before she had finished what she had to say. Sie erzählt ohne Seder, verschlingt das Sachwörter und ihre Tränen und Sachwörter in ihre Tränen und chasert über ein Wort etliche Mal. She was speaking without any order, swallowing many words in her tears and repeating a word several times. Reb David hocht a Stummer und hält die ganze Zeit seine rechte Hand auf den Schleif. Reb David listened like a deaf person, and the whole time he held his right hand on his temple.
No, a Stumer is not a deaf person. It means silently here.
Silently, okay.
A Toiber is a
A
deaf person.
stummer is dumb, somebody that cannot talk. Huh?
Yeah, okay, but just here, I think here it means he remained silent. Lesuf nimmt reden mit a mid-umetic call. Eventually, he began to speak with a tired, sad voice. Nicht zu mir hat ihr bedarft sich wenden. Ich bin bloß Adain in einer Vorstadt. You shouldn't have come to me, turn to me. I'm simply a judge in a suburb. Auf eure Sach is von Vad Harabonim bestimmt Reb Levi Horvich. The person who is responsible for your matter is Reb Levi Horvich of the rabbi's court. Ihr seid schon gewesen beim Rov von Shlomo Kissin's Hof. Have you already been to the rabbi who sits in Shlomo Kissin's yard? Gewinn, antwortet Merrill, mit stiller Gebrochenkeit. Yes, I've been, she answered with a quiet brokenness. Wie der Rov's call wird eingeschlossen ihr Geschrei, as if the rabbi's voice had cut off her cry. Men ist gewinn bei ihm, nor hat abgesucht. One went to him, but he refused. Abgesucht, murmelt Reb David, noch treueriger. So he refused, mumbled Reb David, even more sadly. Wie das wollt euch for ihm gewinn a schlechte Besura, as if this was for him also a bad sign. Reb Levi hat abgesucht, weil es seinen Nitoken Eides. Reb Levi refused because there were no witnesses. Is oib ken gar nicht tun, ken ich avada gar nicht tun, aufton. If he can't do anything, I certainly cannot accomplish anything. Ich habe genug eigene Zorres. Euch war Fremde habe ich schon genug gelitten. I've got my own problems, and from others, strangers, I've also had enough suffering. Ich tor nicht Ruf walgeren auf mein Weib und kinderliche noch Zorres. I can't allow more troubles to roll out upon my wife and my children. Ich habe ein Weib mit Kinder, a Weib mit Kinder. I've got a wife and children, a wife and children. Halt in ein Überchazeren. He repeated again. Wie wollte sich allein bedarft, einreden, sich nicht zu mischen. As if he had to convince himself not to get involved. Okay.
Okay. Reb David steht hereingerückt in finsteren Aaron-Kodesh-Winkel und Merl sieht nicht sein Pony, nur in sein verworren Kohl hört sie Pachad. Reb David is standing like pushed into the dark corner of the ark, and Merle doesn't see his face. Only in his trembling voice, she hears fear.
Yeah, Farvorgan would be strangled.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Yeah, I think the Vargan is to strangle. Farvorgan would be like strangled. His voice,
Oh,
which was
okay.
kind of
Thank
strangled.
you. Okay, yeah. I was translating contextually. Huh? Thank you. Sie erfüllt a groß Rachmones auf den Rov und a Kass auf ihre Mischpoche. She feels great compassion toward the rabbi and anger at her family. Was willen von ihr die Mame, die Schwesters und Carmen? What do they want from her? The mother, the sisters and Carmen. As sie will gar nicht hassen, she doesn't want to get married at all. Merl hört, wie Emetzer läuft, hastig auf den Häuf von seinem Rätscherkleus. Merl hears as if somebody is running swiftly in the yard out of the Bes Midrash. Ein Engel jogt sich herein in Bes Midrash und schreit in der Finsternis. A youth is running into the study house and he yells in the darkness. Tate, Motele hat wieder verloren dem Atem. Daddy, Motel once again lost his breath. Der Rov geht sich mit Impet als Riss von Winkel, als Merl beweist, I don't see, als Merl beweist, kaum Abtreten von Weg. Marsha, can you go back to that line? Thank you. The rabbi like jumps with energy out of the corner, so so that Meryl still manages. Can you go down? Still manages,
Barely manages.
barely manages. Okay, to step away from the to step out of the way. Gaat dan de single und nimmt ihm fieberdick herumtappen, wie in Schreck, als euch das Single soll nicht haben verloren, dem Atem laufen dick in Klois. He grabs the youth and he starts touching him. I don't know what fieberdick is.
Feverishly.
Fever, yeah, okay, thank you. Feverishly, touch him as if he is in fear that this youth, so that this youth shouldn't lose his breath while running into the study house. Und die Mame, zittert Reb David, die Mame ist aufgelaufen vom Bett, ob minteren Motterland, und bei ihr sich genommen heben das Herz. Sie hat mich geheißen, dir sagen, du sollst gleich gehen, noch ein Feldscher. So now there's two medical emergencies here. Now the mame, the mother, ran out of her bed Op Minton I need help with.
To
All right.
revive.
Right.
Advise?
No, revive.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. To revive mortal. And then he Gerhard started started then there was trouble with her heart. Sie hat mich geheißen, dir sagen, du sollst gleich gehen, noch ein Fälscher. She told me to let you know that you should go right away to the that's like false doctor. They had, it's not a real doctor. That's what they were using. Ja, und wer ist bei der Mamen, bei Motelen, brecht darauf die Hand? Keiner nicht? So who is with mother and with mortal? The rabbi is breaking his hands. Nobody? Keiner nicht, schreit der Single Affrontaten. Nobody, the youth yells at the father. For was gehst du weg auf so lang? Why do you go away for such a long time? Die Mama sagt, dass du gehst weg auf zu lang. Mother is saying that you go away for too long. Was tut men, redt der Rov zum Arn Koidesh. Die Sefer Teure in Hechal soll ihm helfen und tut sich hastig adreois zu der Agune. What should be done? What should be done? The rabbi is talking to the ark, so that the Sefer Torah in the ark should help him. And then he turns quickly toward the deserted woman. Ich muss laufen zu die Kranke, zu mein Ingele und Weib. I must run to the sick ones, to my youth and to my wife. Ot Rachmones, läuft darauf zum Fälscher auf den Rog Poplaves und ruft ihm, have mercy. Run down to that Volksdoktor Poplaves, or who lives at this place, and call him. Der Eberster wird euch bezahlen, nicht ich. God. What did you say? God will pay you for not I. Ich kann nicht, I can't. Joseph gave me der Moment, weil ihr wo es wohnt der Fälscher. He's talking to his son that came. Joseph will go with the aunt and show her where the Volksdoktor lives. Ich weiß, wo wohnt, los ich Merl zu der Tier. Geht, Rebbe, mit euer Ingel in Stub. Ich will bald kommen mit dem Fälscher. I know where he lives. Merl turns to the door. Go, Rabbi, with your son or your youth to the home. Go to your house. I will soon come with the Volksdoktor.
Yeah, I think Felcher, they didn't know that he's false. He's like a barber surgeon. He's there's kind of three levels. There's the Reife, the folk doctor, the Felcher, who's a barber surgeon, and then there's a doctor, the the last person you turn to because that one's expensive.
I know. I already heard so many interpretations of this word. So
Yeah, I'd like to know what's the difference though between an Aron Kodesh and a Heichel. Are they just being used synonymously?
that
Yeah,
Yankee would know the question, the answer.
Yeah, I think it's the Heichal it's a fancier word. It's more like a palace than it's the place where the Torahs are, and it's like a palace.
Okay,
I think he's using them interchangeably.
good.
Sie alt Arois von Klois die Erste. She hurries to go outside of the study house, the first one. Der Rov und sein Ingel laufen Arois hinter ihr. The rabbi and his son are running outside behind her. Der Besmidrash bleibt offen und die Jahrzeitlicht auf dem Amud brennt weiter gliverdig ruhig. So the study house remains open, and the memorial candles on the pulpit is burning. Jahrzeitlicht, it's one candle is burning, is
Peacefully.
continuing to burn. Gliverdig ruhig. It's like shaking quietly.
No, it's not shaking. It was shaking before. Now I think it's kind of frozen it's more relaxed. It's not flickering anymore.
Okay.
Mm.
It's not flickering. Gliverdig is not flickering.
No,
Oh,
Gliverdick is
Gliverdick
solid.
frozen.
Solid.
Okay. Thank you. Die Sefer Torah friert in Hegel und die Schottens von die schwere Hängleichter Tischen und Bänk liegen unbeweglich. Wie der ganze Besmidrash wollt versunken in derselbe treueriger Machschove, als der Polotsker Dayan steht wieder vor Anisoyen. So, the Sefer Torah is frozen?
Is stationary, I would say.
Okay, okay, stationary, and the shades if from the heavy chandelier, tables and seats are standing there out of the way. Is it?
Mobile. Unbeweglich,
Immobile.
not moving. Zij bewegen zich.
Unbeweglich, okay. As if the entire study house is
Sunk.
is deep, is going deep in the same sad thought is absorbed, as if the whole place is absorbed in that same sad thought that judge from the judge from Porlotz is again facing a trial. Okay, Moshe.
Der Felcher is a freundlich, keilig Dikidel. The Felcher is a friendly, rounded Jew, mit a gescheuren Gräuberdel, with a shorn grey beard. Hust ständig op eenmaal van rijden. He clears his throat once before speaking, when eenmaal nog een rijden, and again after speaking. Proeft seine Stimmbänder. He's testing his vocal cords. Wie goed sa Felcher wordt euch gewend, der Chazan Sheni in Chorschul, wo davent. Because aside from being a Felcher, he could have been the Chazan Sheni in the Chorschul, choir shul, where he davens. It is a Hamisher Yid. He is a friendly, comfortable Jew. Wenn trop niet kein Pensen auf a schwarz Schnirrel, and if he wasn't wearing a Pensen, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, a Pensen is on a black cord, wollte wieder wollten die Weiber for him kein Röckel der nicht gehabt. And if he didn't have a Pinsnez, I'm not sure how you pronounce Pinsnez, but the women would not have had even a crumb of respect for him. Merrill hat ihm getroffen, schon an dem steifen grünen Krogkragen und mit runtergeloste Schleikers. Merrill came across him already without his stiff collar and with his suspenders kind of down. Hat sich gegräht legen geschlafen. He was getting ready to go to bed Ausgehört als muss gleich gehen zum Polotsker Dayan, hearing that he has to go right away to the Polotsker Dayan, hat opgehust een unzufriedener Brumm getan mit die weichen Stimmbänder. He coughed, cleared his throat again, and dissatisfied, he gave Broom a grumble with the soft vocal cords. Anais, instead als das Kind soll bei ihm krank werden. It's news in the town that this child should get sick again. Von deswegen hat sich zurück angetan. Nevertheless, he dressed himself again, flink zu aufgelegt seine Instrumenten in einem kleinen ledernen Chemedanchik, und ist mit Gichinke Drobninke trittlich weg in einem mit Merlin zum Rauf. Nevertheless, he put his instruments together in a small leather suitcase and is with quick, small steps on his way, together with Merrill, to the rabbi. Auf dem Weg hat gehalten in ein Ophusten und Unterbrummen. On the way, he kept grumbling and clearing his throat, or Unterhusten, coughing. They kindern die Ormelite, die poor people have lots of kids. Die Bolsche Nichevo, I'm not sure what that is.
It's a great big nothing.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Dem Rofsweib hat das Schwachherz und das Kind ist frühzeitig kemat am Uphill. The rabbi's wife has got a weak heart, and the child is a prem, almost a stillborn. When Merrill and der Felcher seien hereingekommen zum Rav in Stub, when Merrill and the Felcher arrived in the rabbi's house, hat Rav gehalten das kranke Kind auf die Hand und teut übergeschrockener gemurmelt. The rabbi was holding the sick child in his arms, and a frightened to death person, he murmured, Mortala, Mortala, the name of the little kid. Aber das Eufele hat gestummt mit haar gelblich verkrimmt Meilachel. But the baby, or the small child, was quiet, with a yellowish, distorted mouth. Auf dem Bett is gelegen a Freu in die Kleider. On the bed, a woman was lying in her clothes, mit vermachte Augen, with closed eyes, und schwer geatmet and breathing heavily. Neben ihr is gestanden Josefel und geweint, Mama, Mama. Next to her stood little Joseph and was crying, Mummy, Mummy. Reb David hat das Kind weggelegt auf der Mama's bed. Reb David put the child onto the mother's bed. Es voneinander gewickelt, he undressed it, und der Feldscher hat sich genommen Porn bei seinen Instrumenten. He undressed the kid, and the Feldscher got busy with his instruments. Merrill hat sich derweil umgeguckt in Stub. Merrill, in the meantime, looked around in the house. Hereingekommen seien sie durch einen langen, gedrehten Korridor. They came in through a long, twisted corridor. Die Dire is gewesen geräume. The apartment was a roomy one. Und beim Hereinziehen sich hat der Rav Feistois gerechnet zu für ein Breitenleben von einer Beis Rav mit einer größeren Sprache. And when he moved in, the rabbi, to Piers, thought that he would have a well-established life of a well-established rabbi's house with a large family. Aber die größten Chadorim haben gepustet nicht beheizte, but the large rooms were empty and not heated, on without electricity, und das Schlafzimmer was uitgedient for an Estu, and the bedroom also was a eating room. Als in Zimmer is gewend naked, everything in the room was naked. Das vor dem Schinkel, ontierlich und ohne Vorhänge. The bookshelf without doors and without a curtain. Der Tisch ohne Tischler, the table without a tablecloth. Und I feel das zu kleinste Kischen bei der Rebbetzin zu kopen ist euch gewähnt ohne Zichel. And even the crumpled cushion at the rabbi's wife's head was also without pillow slip. Der dollars $5 in alle Winkler. Poverty whistles here in every corner, what Merrill getracht. When der Herr wie das Kind geschrei. Merrill thought and listened and heard as the child gave a yell. Der Feldscher hat herausgezogen die Nadel vom Spritz. The Feldscher was removing the needle from the injection. I assume that's what it means. Die Rebbetzin hat geämpft die Augen und untergehoben dem Kopf und Kischen. The Rebbetzin opened her eyes and lifted her head from the pillow. Wie einfach das Geschrei wollte zurückgekehrt das Chayes, as if the child's shout returned her to life. Sie hat sich auf Amelech herumgeguckt in Stub. She slowly looked around in the house und ihre kalte, große schwarz Apfeln seien stehen geblieben.
We have to go.
Yeah, sure. I'm reading from. Okay. As she slowly opened her eyes in the house, and her cold gray pupils remained remained standing, remained focused on Merlin.
Grois, not Groy. Her large,
large, sorry, yeah, large pupils. Die Rebbetzin hat herausgelost tiefen Sifets und wieder zugeschlossen die Augen. Die Rebbetzin gave out another deep sigh and closed her eyes again. Der Rav hat sich etwas geschuschelt mit dem Räufer und dabei nebachlich geschmeichelt. The rabbi was whispering something with the doctor, and together with that, smiled, kind of like a nebuch, someone who's done, someone who's, I'm not sure.
Pitifully.
Sorry?
Pitifully.
Yeah, pitiably.
Pitifully. Der Feldscher hat mit nervöser Finger verrichtet Tänzende auf der Nose. The Feldscher, with nervous fingers, fixed the pince nez on his nose. Etliche Mal aufgehust und bräugeslich untergebrummt. He again cleared his throat and grumbled angrily or unsatisfied. Die Rebbetzin auf dem Bett hat wieder genommen 17 und krächzen. The Rebbetzin on the bed again started sighing and groaning wie sie wollt euch mit vermachten Augen gesehen und verstanden, was Schuschen ist. As if even with closed eyes, she could understand what the whispering was about. Pakoi Bolsha, anyway, Nichava, I don't know what that means.
Let me see if I can find it. It's
Yeshiva.
Pakoi is the only word I don't recognize there.
Coin, yeah.
Hold on here.
Yeshiva.
Pakoi is a peace. It's peaceful and it's a big nothing. Something like that.
Okay. Sagt der Feldscher stark geärgerter und geht zu auf Jiddisch. Rebbetzin, ihr darf schlafen, vereint mein Kind ist neutig Ruhe. So that's what the Feldscher said, irritated, and adds in Yiddish, Rebbetzin, you must sleep for you and it's important, rest is important for you and your child. Geht Merlin auf Wunk, sie soll mit ihm mitgehen. He winks at Merrill that she should go out with him. Der Rauf guckt so verschuldigt und zu Tumult auf den Bräufe, als vergesst Obdanken der fremder Frau. The rabbi looks so guilty and confused at the doctor that he forgets to thank the strange woman. In Dreußen sagt der Feldscher Arois Parmelen sein Verdruss. Outside, the Feldscher tells Merrill about his upset. Gain halber Nacht, go at midnight. Euch das Mal hat opgelegt auf Freitag. Also this time he's delayed, probably paying me till Friday, wenn wird kriegen seine Skirus, when he will get his pay. Bis Freitag wird man nicht Mistome rufen noch zweimal. Until Friday they'll still call me two more times. No Bratzon wird man mir for ein visit, but they'll only pay me for one visit. Okay. Merrill gesegnet sich mit dem Feldscher. Merrill parts from the Feldscher, lost it again zu ihr Beutem Stiebel, goes to her attic room und redet zu sich allein, als kein Hater hat ihr Tacke der Rob nicht gegeben, and says to herself, that the rabbi hasn't given her a clearance or permission, nor hat ihr verwiesen, als es seinen da noch größere Zorres von ihr. But he has shown her that there are certainly much bigger troubles than her troubles.
Sorry, this is Halanat Sachar, right? If they don't pay, they let the pay stay overnight is not going according to Jewish law.
That's for a day laborer. It's not, I think, the rule for a feldsher that you've called in.
It's a rule for a Jew?
No, well, no, the rule, there's two kinds of laborers, one you pay by the day and one you pay by the job. And the rule that you just quoted is for someone you pay by the day.
Okay, thank you. I always think that somebody does something for me, I pay them right away because I remember this.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, let me just read a little bit more. We have only a few more minutes then. The Rebbetzin Edel, the rabbi's wife, Edel. Auf morgen in der Früh ist die Nähterin reingekommen zu Reb David selber, gewor wären, was es macht, das kranke Kind. The next day in the morning, the seamstress came into Reb David Zelver's house to find out how the sick child was doing. Sie ist angekommen, wenn der Rav hat seinen jüngeren Jüngel gehalten bei der Hand und ihm geprüft, überdrehen, soll gehen in Cheder. Überreden, soll gehen in Cheder. She came in at the point that the rabbi was holding his younger son by his hand and was trying to convince him to go to Cheder. Yosefel hat getupet mit die Fies und geschrien, als will nicht. Little Joseph was kicking and who was shouting that he didn't want to. In alle Schulas is schon ist Kanakal, und nur in Javne lässt man die Kinder nicht frei. In all the other schools, it's already Kanakal. Is that a holiday?
Vacation.
Yeah, summer vacation. Kanakulis. Right. And only in Javne are they not letting the kids out. Haben die Kinder gemacht a Streik. Und allein, der erzählt Yosefel, hat dann geschrieben auf a Tafel, Anachnu chafotzim dror. The children were striking, and he himself, Yosefel recounted, he had written on a board, Anachnu chafotzim dror. We are
This is, sorry, chafetzim is like we want.
okay, we require
We
liberty.
chafetzim is want. We
Okay.
want freedom. Yeah.
We want freedom. Yeah, chafetz. Good.
Yeah.
We want freedom. Hat der Melamed, was man ruft ihm weiße Pine, gelle Blinze. Now the Melamed, the teacher, who had the nickname the white Pine and the yellow Blintz.
What's that?
Hat rote Bohr, because he had a red beard. Und wenn wird in Kass, schlägt ihm auf die Lippen a roise weißer Scheim. But when he gets angry, a white froth would appear on his lips. Hat der Melamed sich wusst, wer es hat geschrieben auf dem Tafel. Now the Melamed figured out who it was who had written on the board und sagt zu ihm, vor dem ganzen Class in the Augen, and he had told him in front of everyone in the class, Mele, als ich leid von andere Buntovchikes. It's enough that I suffer from other Buntovchikes.
Rebels.
Yeah, it's Buntoven is
It's ready to
yeah,
rebel.
mutineers. How's that?
Yeah, good.
And Zeichot Balabatische Kinder, but at least they are respectable children und sollen schar limud, and they pay the teacher's fees. Aber von dir soll ich euch leiden, but I've got to suffer from you too. Dein Tate kommt doch Rebegeld, noch von Jahren. Your father owes me teacher's money already for last year. Ich sehe, als du wachst as a Peri, wie dein Tatenke. I see that you're growing to be such a fruit as your father.
I think that's maybe a pere Adam.
As in Pere Adam, it could be.
Yeah.
But maybe you're the apple that falls not far from the tree.
Maybe.
So it might be fruit. Yeah. Geht gegen alle Rabbonim und gegen der Teure. Your father is going against all of the rabbis, against the Torah, und du tust ihm scheinach, and you're following in his path. Der Pfarrer will mehr nicht gehen in Cheder. Now that's why Yosefel doesn't want to go back to the school. Schreit aus Yosefel. Yosefel shouts out. Und reißt sich von Tatens Hand, and he pulls himself away from his father's hands.
Okay.